Hey, it's Andrew with SpackleBucket Moto, and we're here with the God's Chariot 2019 KTM 350 EXC, and I'm in the process of going to install full wraps, or full wrap handguards. These are the Acerbis endurance handguards. Kind of doing this on a bit of a whim here, and to, I give some folks a hard time about not trying something different with bike stuff. And a while back I switched off of full wrap handguards to, what they run stock on a 350, the flags. A lot of bikes come with these. A lot of guys don't run them because they don't think that they have enough hand protection from hitting trees and stuff like that. And I myself, as I rode the bike with the full wraps on there, I found that I couldn't wrap my hand around the handlebar like this, which seems kind of goofy, but I think it goes back to riding trials and all that stuff. I kind of worked my hands around the bars to get around it. And you kind of lose that with a full wrap handguard. But I figure I got to be open to trying it. And I think watching a few of the local Enduro videos here has me going like, all right, let's just double check that, these aren't the better option or more fitting for what I'm riding around here. So I figured I'd order a setup of these Acerbis units, get them installed on the bike, and see how they feel in comparison to running the flags. I'm not a huge fan of the stock KTM flags because they're held on, the bolt going through for the brake pivot here, which that's not an issue, but I'd run these in the past and I rely on a zip tie holding this nut on. So basically you end up in a race where that zip tie breaks because you clip a tree or something like that. And then these things are either flopping around or they're not staying in place and you're pushing them off because they're rotating in, pushing on the brake or pushing on the clutch or just getting generally in the way. I've run some Power Mad ones that are really flexy, kind of what some other brands have, but it is what it is. I just like the openness of these, and these ones are better than the 2013 ones, but I don't know, let's get down to it. Whole box of parts here. These ones fit both 1 1/8" and regular bars, so we'll see how that all pans out and see what happens here. So this will fast forward because it's going to be a boring process of putting these on there. And I shorten it up by pre-cutting the grips here at the end of the grips. And I'm going to give a little tip here. If you don't have a punch tool for punching out the end of your grip, what you can do is 2 little tools here. These aren't meant for motorcycle stuff, but they're very helpful. First one I use is, I've owned this from RC car stuff from umpteen years ago for putting the body holes in the bodies. This is kind of a perfect tool to go right in the center of the grip. You twist it, you get the hole about to a 1/2 inch diameter, really handy. And then what I have is, if you're a machinist, you're very familiar with these. These are a little Tip.Rotobur. And what it is here, if it's going to focus on that, but it's like a little knife edge, but it's nice because it goes and spins around. So when the grip is off, you've got that 1/2 inch hole, and then I just slowly follow that grip around, cleaning it out, and it makes this nice, perfect edge on there. There's no funny business. And that's especially useful because it seems a lot of the lock-on grips don't actually work with the tool for punching out the end of the grip. Because of the harder plastic, whatever they're using in there, the diameter is just a little bit different. So it works really well. And then it's also useful for a bunch of other things. So it's not just here, but you can use it a bunch of other places when you're working on the bike and stuff like that. So that noted, I'll put a link about these in the description here, but let's go ahead and get these handguards on. And I want to make an important distinction here. These are hand guards, not lever guards. A lot of guys rotate these down thinking it's to protect the lever here. It's not. It's for your hands. They're called hand guards for a reason. Hand guards, not lever guards. The fact that sometimes you'll save a lever, it's a perk. Hand guards, not lever guards. Remember that. So they come with this little adapter for fitting 7/8 or 1 1/8. Problem is these KTM bars, 1 1/8, and it's like a progressive taper up to 7/8 up here. So these little things don't exactly work right. Let's see what we can finagle here. Don't know if that's gonna get any close. Or close enough, but we can check something here. Might be one of those things where you torque the crap out of everything and it kind of all fits. We'll see. May as well, right? Have zip ties, will zip. So, all right, full wrap hand guards, all good. Bars will feel nice and shaky as no one actually likes them, but everyone says you need them. So we'll roll with that, see how they do in the field, and rock and roll. So here, let's see what else we can really show you with it. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'll do a review on this here in a little bit after I get to beat up on them and actually go into the woods and all that good stuff and see how much I love them or hate them. So I'm Andrew, SpackleBucket Moto. Stay safe. Out.